gonna work. What is behind me? I'm sweating. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk from the W Hotel in Buckhead, Atlanta. I sound like I'm doing a commercial. I'm really not. I just love this hotel. I don't know what's happening with my hair here. I don't typically brush my hair for Coffee Talk, but it's kind of a mess. And I'm in last night's makeup because you're welcome. So I have a meeting this morning for the Coffee Talk program for young people. I'm meeting with young people to talk about the things that affect them. What is affecting you at 15? What is affecting you at 21? How can I help you? What are the things that you are thinking about, that you are worried about, that you that keeps you up at night? What and it is so amazing to me, these young people, their minds, they are so, first of all, it amazes me that they even want to contribute. When I was 15, 16, 17, 21, the last thing I wanted was to listen to some old lady talk to me about life with coffee breath. That was the last thing I wanted, okay? So the fact that these young people will still talk to me and like want to contribute means so much to me. So I'm gonna meet with a young person this morning, and then I'm gonna get my hair done, and then I'm gonna race home to get my babies. Anyway, my hope is that some of your kids will listen to the Coffee Talk series for young people. I don't know that they will. And the only thing that you can do is show it to them. Listen, you know, teenagers are hard. Young people are hard. They think they know everything, but maybe they will listen because it's not mom. I need to unzip this a little bit. I'm not trying to be sexy with you people, although if you like it, hey, have at it. But I'm sweating so bad that like I'm about to burst into flames. But yes, disrespect is a big one. Disrespect is a big one. Yeah, I want to know why there's so much disrespect happening, and I know a lot of parents do too. So anyway, I will keep you guys posted on that. I have to actually like put it together and film it and whatever, but yeah, I want to have those conversations. And I also thought that I would do Coffee Talk, start doing weeks where it's a series on specific topics like being a working mom, or being a new wife, or things like infertility, baby loss, things like that. Things like getting out of an abusive relationship. What happens next? Okay, Nicola Kraus, you're 16 and you listen to me. You're already 1,000 times better than I was at 16. So, all right, so I wanted to tell you guys something very honest. A lot of people want to know about, you know, the relationship that I was in before Michael, we know was a very abusive relationship. And for a long time, I blamed him. It was very easy to blame him. It was very easy to say, well, he was an alcoholic. He was abusive. He was disrespectful. He was destructive. He was violent. A lot of he was, and very little, hold on, don't disappear. The video's gonna pause for a second. Do not disappear, hold on. Okay, so, sorry, my person is here to see me, so I'm like trying to do all of these things at the same time. Okay, so I want you to understand that when I was in the place of solely blaming him, I had no power. I could not heal. I could not move on. I was in the blame game. I was stuck in the blame drain. I was in that cylinder of he did. He's destructive. He's abusive. He's an alcoholic. He is all of these things. I was stuck. I was stuck in a place of anger. I thought I had all the power. I had no power. When somebody suggested that I then find a way to help myself, a way to heal by owning my part in it, I was like, there is no part in it. I am a victim. He was the abuser. I am the victim. I have no part in it. And then I started to think about that. How true is that, Jamie? How true is it that you had no part in it? After the first red flag, after the first time he threw a set of keys at your face and cut your face, 3 months into the relationship, what was your part in it, Jamie? What was your part? Because when you're abused, when you are broken, when you are damaged by somebody, what is your contribution to that? We don't want to say it out loud, right? Because it makes it seem like we somehow contributed to our own abuse. Well, I'm here to tell you, I did. I stayed. I let this man throw, not toss, throw a handful of metal keys at my face. He cut my face, and I stayed. I laid in that bed that night crying, tears streaming down my face, knowing exactly who I was going to bed with. And I stayed. And anybody who is listening to me right now, hear the words. I stayed. I invited the monster into my home. He showed me who he was, and I opened the door and let him move in. I let him move in to my life, into my home, into my space. But I didn't want any ownership. And I know that there are people watching right now going, oh, so I was abused, so you're saying I asked for it? All I can do is speak from my place. All I can do is speak from where I was. I stayed. I spent years pointing the fingers at him, blaming him, stuck in a space I couldn't get out of. I was so angry. Hold on, I have to answer the door. I was so angry at him. Listen, hold on, I'm doing coffee talk and you're banging. Hold on, come on. I was so angry. You can walk in the door, I'm doing coffee talk. I was so angry at him, and it was so much more empowering to blame him. But what I didn't realize was the whole time I was blaming him, I was stuck in a space where I couldn't heal. So not only had he already damaged me, not only had I already been a victim of his abuse, but he was then still controlling me because so bad. Yes, I know that I'm freezing. I don't know what to tell you. It's crazy. There's a bad signal, but it'll take a second. It'll come back. And I'm melting. And I'm literally melting. All right. What I want to say is this. I'm not doing an eloquent job of saying it because I'm literally going to burst into flames in this onesie. Okay. What I want to say is this. I had to get to a place where my main focus was not painting him the monster, painting him the bad guy, making sure that everybody knew it was his fault. It was him. He was the one that was damaged. He was the one that hurt me, because in staying in that space, he had all the power. Still, I was away from him. I was in a new relationship, and he still had all the power. You have got to find your, you've got to find your space where you can own your part. You have got to get to a place where you can say, here is where I went wrong. Here are the mistakes that I made. And once you get there, you will feel a shift in energy. You will go, okay, I can actually do something now. There's a call to action here. I can be proactive in my own life. I can ensure that these things don't happen again. I can look for the warning signs. I cannot ignore red flags. I can make better decisions for my life. You can forgive yourself for your part in it. At some point you can forgive them, and then you can move on. But if you are in that space where you are just pointing fingers, you are in emotional purgatory, and it will be awful for you. It literally will be awful for you. And there is a part of us that don't want to give up control. We want to believe that if we keep painting them as the monster, that somehow we will be vindicated. But really, we just continue to be victims. And it is an awful existence. We have to do better. All right. I did not do the most eloquent job in this coffee talk, but I knew what I wanted to say. I apologize for the freezing. The signal was weird. But I'm going to do more on this. I'm going to talk to you guys more about this because I know it's important to you guys. I love you guys today, and I hope that you have such a great day.